August 1945. The world had been engulfed in the flames of war for 6 long years. Cities lay in ruins. Empires had crumbled, and tens of millions had perished. While victory had been declared in Europe, the war in the Pacific raged on. Japan, defiant and resolute, stood against the might of the Allied forces. On the horizon, a storm was gathering. One born not of nature, but of human ingenuity and destructive power. A new, terrible chapter in human history was about to be written, forever altering the course of warfare and international politics. Behind closed doors, in the clandestine laboratories of the Manhattan Project, the brightest minds of a generation raced against time. Their mission: to unlock the power of the atom and forge a weapon of unprecedented force. Under the vast, empty skies of the New Mexico desert, the Trinity test provided a terrifying glimpse of what they had created in it. Man-made star that turned night into day and sand into glass. In the corridors of power, leaders like President Harry Truman weighed a decision of unimaginable gravity. The choice was made: to deploy this new weapon in the hopes of forcing a swift end to the bloodiest conflict in history. The world held its breath, unaware of the dawn it was about to witness. On the morning of August 6th, the city of Hiroshima was a picture of tranquility. Its residents went about their daily lives, oblivious to the single B-29 bomber, the Enola Gay, soaring high above them. At 8:15 a.m., a single bomb nicknamed Little Boy was released. It detonated in a silent, blinding flash, followed by a colossal mushroom cloud that climbed miles into the sky. In an instant, the city was transformed into an inferno. The blast wave leveled buildings for miles, and the intense heat incinerated everything in its path. What was once a vibrant urban center became a landscape of rubble and shadows, a stark testament to the atom's unleashed fury. Despite the horrifying destruction of Hiroshima, the Japanese War Council remained deadlocked, refusing the Allied demand for unconditional surrender. The gears of war continued to turn. 3 days later, on August 9th, another B-29 Bockscar flew towards its target. The primary city, Kokura, was obscured by clouds, so the bomber diverted to its secondary target, Nagasaki, a city nestled among hills. At 11:02 a.m., the second atomic bomb, Fat Man, was dropped. The city's unique topography contained the blast more than Hiroshima's flat plains, but the devastation in the Urakami Valley was absolute. Another mushroom cloud scarred the sky, and a second city was laid to waste, its people caught in a cataclysm they could not comprehend. The twin shocks of the atomic bombs and the Soviet Union's declaration of war on Japan finally broke the stalemate. On August 15th, Emperor Hirohito announced Japan's surrender, bringing World War II to its official close. The news was met with celebration and relief in Allied nations, but also with a growing sense of dread and awe at the power that had been unleashed. The images of Hiroshima and Nagasaki cities vaporized. Populations decimated became a permanent part of the global consciousness. In the decades that followed, the survivors known as Hibakusha bore the physical and psychological scars, their stories a solemn reminder of the human cost. The world entered the nuclear age, a new era defined by the delicate balance of terror and the enduring hope for peace. The peace memorials in Hiroshima and Nagasaki now stand not as monuments to victory, but as sacred pledges to memory and a solemn promise: never again.